Most embarrassing moment in school, I have way too many. I loved to run as a kid. I would absolutely run everywhere I go. Like even if it's like a short distance to the library or to like the cafeteria. I was essentially Forrest Gump. I always loved to do stupid shit like jump from the top flight of stairs and land at the bottom. For whatever reasons my knees could take the hit. I guess that's because you were a kid and everything's like really flexible. So one of my most embarrassing moments was I was running at top speed back to my class. And it was like just after recess, right? So the bell rang. You know, I wanted to make it into class in time. At the same time, I wanted to see how fast I could go. My class was at a corner of the building. I didn't know the ground was so slippery. So I skidded from the ground and slammed headfirst into a wall. I was like stunned for a couple seconds. And I think hitting my head probably like fundamentally changed the way how my brain worked. Maybe that's why I'm so like ADHD. I sat there crying, right? It was so painful and I was like so disoriented. I couldn't talk. So I just sat there for like fucking 5 minutes crying like a baby. But I was like fucking like what? 9, 10 years old? So there was this really pretty girl that I've liked for a really long time. She's a tomboy and she came to me and she started to like yell and say, "Who hit him?" She thought someone came and punched me in my face. She was like standing there trying to start shit with like the boys. She was like, "Is it you? Did you hit him?" And it was like fucking hilarious, man. And everyone believed her. Everyone thought I actually got punched in the face. So that was like one of my most embarrassing moments. And I couldn't bring myself to tell her that I smashed my face into like the wall. I remember her name. Her name is Adelise. Very pretty girl. Very strong-minded. In fact, she actually lived up the street from where I lived. And it was like a really weird moment for me to find out she lived so close to my house. Because I was like fucking around with the other neighborhood kids, like cycling. And I saw her coming down this hill. She lived on a hill. And she was like wearing rollerblades. And her dad was with her. You know, her dad was like holding her. I don't know if she remembers me at all, man. I look a little different from when I was a kid. I just remember being a really mischievous kid. Like I was a really easily misunderstood person. At the time, like I didn't understand empathy. So like whenever I could get a reaction from someone, I would try. And I was a kid who got bullied. And I sometimes bully other kids too. You know, not consciously though, because I think like a lot of people who bully other kids, like they do it like, I always feel that they are just like trying to find an outlet. Besides that, it's also the feeling of power. Kids are really addicted to the feeling of power. You know, when they make people do what they say or they elicit a reaction from people, they feel the power. So that's how they regain control of their lives. But man, that was such a long time ago, man.